Hey everyone, Sylvie Dow here, and I just wanted to share with you quickly before VeloFix comes to fix my derailleur hanger, or what I think is my derailleur hanger issue on my bike. So what happened was last week I was biking and with a group ride, and literally everything seized up on my bike. I could not move. So I first thing I thought was my chain had seized. And so luckily I had some wax lube because now I wax my chain. See how nice and clean it is. And and that was a problem. So I put some wax lube on and I was able to continue on. So thankfully, I was able to finish about over 100K of the ride until when I was biking home, my bike literally stopped. So critical thinking, I was like, okay, there's a couple things that might be wrong. One of them was the chain. So at this point, it didn't seem it was a chain. I thought maybe it was the brake. It was rubbing up against my um, rear, like my wheel, wasn't the wheel. But I'll show you what happened. Hold on. So when I was assessing what was going on with my bike, this is what I saw. Okay. So don't know if you can see, but you can see silver flecks on my, you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little silver fleck. So meaning something was shaving off. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell would that be? And so I took a closer look, and that is when I saw, okay, well, I took the bolt out, but literally this bolt right here was poking out of the frame and was no longer holding on to the derailleur hanger. So that was like, oh my God. So I had kind of like, I was smelling something and I was like, wow, this kind of smells weird. And there was something like you could hear something, when you're riding your bike, you're like, that noise? Well, I had that. It was kind of like that noise. So I thought it was like my back brakes, but it wasn't my brakes. So I noticed that that little bolt was hanging out, and I'll share pictures, but look what it was rubbing up against. Hold on, guys. Do you see this? Do you see it? And you see the silver flakes? It was literally grinding this away. Do you see that? Like, oh my God. See all the silver? So I had no idea like how long that's been going on for. Um, and so when I took off my back wheel, like I knew that I've taken this off before, but there's no way for me to remove it without the tool. So even look at the teeth inside. But if you look at it, and if you start working on your own bike, you kind of realize things that are right and aren't right. So it looked like it wasn't sitting flush against my cassette and was a little bit loose, but I couldn't tighten it because it didn't move, and I don't have the tools when I'm riding, so I knew something was wrong there. But when I took my back wheel off at home, like it literally everything fell off. And I was like, okay, well, because I had taken my wheel off when I was trying to fix it and figure it out, and it didn't. It held because I was trying to tighten it, but when I got home, it fell apart. So I was like, okay, but just literally look at what's going on. So this is like part one. I will share with you part two as to what happened. So hopefully it's just a change of this derailleur hanger because of the threading. Like it's going through the frame, but it's truly threading into the derailleur hanger, and possibly that is it's stripped and it's no longer holding. And I was trying to take it off, but this little guy is kind of stripped for whatever reason. And so I just don't have the tools, or I can't take it off myself. So I called VeloFix, and they're on their way here. They should be here in half an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up my bike, because what they always say is they spend most of their time cleaning bikes instead of repairing bikes. So I'm going to make sure my bike is kind of clean. I can see that there's a lot of gunk in the pulley wheels, so that he's focusing on my bike and not cleaning my bike. So I just want to share that with you, as per, something that can happen. And the more you work on your own bike, the more you become intuitive to the needs of your bike and learning, like troubleshooting. So there's just certain things that I can't do. Then that's when I call in the professionals and I end up paying. But at least what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn from them. So for next time, I'll be able to repair it myself. Because I know that I did have issues with this pulley wheel, this derailleur hanger the last time. It was loose from what I remember. And so, yeah, we'll be figuring it all out. But here's a little tip. Always have a couple derailleur hangers on hand just in case one breaks or something like this happens, and you can swap it over on your own, but I suspect there might be a little bit more to this. So anyways, I just want to share that with you with regards to bike mechanics and working on your own stuff at home. So take care and let me know in the comments what you think might be the might be wrong, because I'll be posting a part 2 when this is finished, and we can check it out together. So comment below if you've had something like this happen before. Also, don't forget to subscribe and put your notifications on so you don't miss another helpful cycling video. Bye.